Yo, what is going down with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys and fangirls, always, Otaku and hikikomori out there. This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo 73 2011, aka Main, wherever, and of course, you guys are wrestling intros and outros on his channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And today, well, actually, it was a couple days ago, but it's extremely important. Well, the Spyro 1 news, reignited stuff. Unfortunately, I had an update the other day, and shout out to one of my boys out there, I knew who it was. Well, somebody on Twitter that gave me a direct message. It was one of Crystal Fisher's friends, like, not Ratchet 5, but the other dude. What's the other dude's name? Damn, Angus. Nintendo Gen 64. He's saying on one of his, like, Instagram DMs that, there's only Spyro Reignited, the first game, is going to be included on the physical CD. Like, what the hell is that bullcrap? Are you serious, Activision? If Activision is pulling a prank on it, it is not fucking funny. They better have all three of the remastered versions of that game, all in one disc. Instead of doing what they did in the 90s, I get it in the mid-late 90s, early 2000s, technology was kind of primitive at that time. You know, PS2 and the GameCube was barely coming out at that particular point in time, and DVDs were starting to get a little bit more quicker. Before Blu-rays were around and all this other stuff, social media was still a tiny little infancy of a baby. In MySpace at the time, in the early mid-2000s, shit, I was old school as fuck. Along with a couple other things like Daily Booth, if any people remember that, and Block TV and all that shit. Nowadays, it should have advanced a lot more, where it should just have one physical CD, like all three of the games in one physical CD. Even though a lot of the stuff nowadays is digital download, or just straight out DLC, or just get like the digitized copy of what it is. But yeah, there's that news. I'm going to get to this one in a minute, but this one... This is like a short article. This one scared the living shit out of me. And granted, at the same time, I'm not surprised that it did because it's a little bit of some uncanny valley shit. I haven't talked about anything like that in a while. But it goes on to say, experience being poked by an anime girl. It should have just said waifu or ecchi girl or some shit instead. So it says, starting tomorrow, a VR title is coming to Steam. That lets folks experience what it's like to be poked by an anime girl. It seems just to be poking. No wonder why it's called Sune Sune VR or Poking VR. I think this game is only available for Japan. Obviously, it would be. I'm not surprised that it is. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Otaku waifu chick looks decent, but I've seen a lot better. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. I had to watch the video twice in order to like get a feel what this is about. I mean, I've talked about this with AOT a couple times. I think with Sword Art Online and One Piece. Imagine, not just Sword Art Online could be real, but like no game, no life. It's going to end up being a fucking reality. I just said this a couple months ago. Either by 2020 or by 2040, by the time I'm an older man at 31, less than 2 years away, or when I'm 51, and that'll be about 2040 at the time. That I thought this technology where you could sense, smell, taste, feel, and eat, or even like feel the wind on your face or any of that shit. I thought that wasn't going to be available another like 20, 21 years from now, but it looks like it's happening a lot early. So it says while the download is free, players will be able to need to shell out a couple of $100 for a haptic version to experience the poking. The price one pays. So shout out to Brian Ashcraft for making this article. But holy shit! I mean, I just finished watching a video on this too, and it's creeped the fuck out of me because what about those hardcore, like, scary thriller, like, those thriller style, like, gore, bloodyish, violent style animes? Like somebody from, like, the Yandere universe or DDLC or something like. If Yuri comes to, like, stab you across the screen, that'd be scary shit. I don't want to use that fucking thing, because that is absolutely going to make me shit the fucking bed if I'm having a nightmare on that thing, and it ain't going to be good. I'm just saying, I mean, yes, I can see a lot of, like, crazy sexual tensions this shit can have, because, a lot of hentai and all that stuff. There's probably going to be a lot of lonely-ass guys out there going to be using it very, very much. That's what the real big two famous ones, like the Hatsune Miku chick, or maybe somebody from, like, Fairy Tail for back in the day, or the Dragon Ball Z universe. If I had to do it for that, I'd probably use that one. Like, I would probably put an Android 18 mod or the Android 21 chick. And do certain things I'm not going to say here because I don't want YouTube to take down my channel. This is going to get extremely etchy and perverted, so fuck that. And granted, I'm not a lonely dude because I do actually have IRL, sex in real life. once a month. Even though sometimes it's great, sometimes it's okay, but I'm not going to get into that shit. It's personal. So it says, I'm not reading the whole article for this either. It's extremely long. But Jonathan Dorschberg, I think Dornbush that made this article, says, Spyro Reignited devs are getting the Spyro right and how they are rebuilding the original games. With every new reveal of gameplay, art, or music, Toys for Bob is performed. This is the meat and potatoes, bread and butter of this video, by the way. Performance by tricky balance of balancing act of showing both the reverence for the original and adventure evolution of the beloved Purple Dragon Spyro Reignited trilogy. Blending the old as a new and common theme throughout all the aspects of the trilogy's development, particularly in refreshing of the soundtracks underlying Spyro's first 3 outings. Not hours, whatever. Originally composed by the police Stuart Copeland, most beloved music has been reimagined large parts thanks to music remixer Stefan Valky. So I never heard of Stefan Valky. Maybe he's a big guy on SoundCloud or Spotify or maybe here on YouTube Music. I don't know. So it says, quote, for herself, this is a guy coming from the horse's mouth here, friends, so pay very, very extremely close attention to this shit. So it says, for us, it is what is really important to get with him early in the process because, you know, we're remaking his music. His music was very amazing in the original. It is very beloved, but in his music, Vankov said in the interview on IG on San Diego Comic-Con. Alright, so we heard about this before. My anticipation is we're really going to have to sell things over and over, just like he's saying, let me just hear the music. Much to Vankov, hopefully I'm saying that right. That's some weird European name. No offense to anyone watching or listening from that, from over there. Let's move forward. So it says, and presumably the rest of the team's delight, Copeland approved of their work. Not only did he give his blessing, but Copeland offered his quote-unquote Spyro Concerto, unquote. The main melody for the original soundtrack had been stuck in his head, and Copeland had been actually working on a piece blending all of his Spyro work before Activision approached him. Sometimes these guys are fucking loan sharks half the time, Activision. And guys are a little bit of freaking cocksuckers, I'm not gonna lie. Because you only give a shit about money half the time. So if you fuck up my childhood, I am gonna be extremely triggered. I'm just saying. So it says approached them. That led to the creation of, quote, Tiger Train, unquote, the opening music of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. And there was screenshots. And that was like last month when that whole thing was going on. I'm going to skip that whole part because it has nothing to do with the game. It just talks about Copeland. So you guys can read that on your own. This part was really cool. Before I decided to record this video, I was watching a couple of these images. They are freaking awesome. They're probably going to be limited version exclusive like either Target or Walmart or GameStop. So I'm going to have to bust my ass extremely hard to go like Spyro hunting instead of Pokemon Shiny hunting. Granted, I'm still going to be playing Pokemon Go. I'm just not going to be able to do as much because this Activision nostalgia is going to be in my head. It's going to be burnt inside my head. Not physically, but mentally. This is going to be the best image I ever have in my head. Before I die, I want to have something like this right next to my grave. I'm just saying. Alright, let's move on. So it says, the Toys for Bob team, you guys can read the other part that I decided to skip because I really don't care about that part. It's just mainly about San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Team met up with Insomniac, which wasn't directly involved with the development. They make sure that they delivered on the key directive from the original creators, get Spyro right. As some other quote from someone doesn't say. They've just been overwhelmingly supportive. Universal Interactive producer Michael Johns has said, come up to the studio a bunch of times to play and give design feedback to designers, give his opinion on where things are. There have been a couple of those things where we had to sit with it and be like, this is different, but almost unanimously, I think that's what that says. He's kind of to come around to be like it's different, but I think it's great. Toys for Bob art director Josh Nadenberg said, Getting Spyro right also led to designs of the rest of the world's characters. Holy shit, like I said before, I'll say it again, the freaking designs for this thing are so freaking cool. I'm not going to read the rest of this. I mean, you guys can watch that little playthrough from IGN. I really don't give a crap. I still really, really love the OG Spyro. I'm never going to stop loving the original classic Spyro. I mean, the new one looks amazing as shit. It's coming along a lot more nicer than I would have ever fucking imagined. As far as my overall thoughts, views, and opinions are, I'm done reading the full article. You guys can read it on your own. But holy crap, my dude. I mean, look at this. The crystal dragon designing. My God, man. If anyone ever has these, like, out there is listening to my voice right now, holy crap, I would love to have this prototype crystal dragon statue. Even if it's just a prototype, I do not care. I really, really want this thing. This thing from the back looks really, really good too. And then there's like a little like weight design thing. There's 9 images of this. Oh my God, I've looked at every single one. If it had like a little bit more lighter green instead of dark green like this, I'd be more down and be more keen to get it. I'm not gonna lie, it would look really, really awesome in my collection of my Crash and Cortex thing. Right next to my Crash and Cortex Skylanders figurines. I'm gonna put it right there because it damn well deserves it. I mean, look at the one in the front, and this is like 4 or 5 soda cans that are like. This thing is pretty damn tall. I don't know where this came from because I did not see the Spyro design at first. So that's all I gotta say for now. One more thing before I do wrap this up. You guys can look at the other pictures on your own. But holy crapola! Absolutely beautiful, well crafted, state of the art, professionally sculptured fan service on figurines that us the fans, we don't deserve, but I'm glad the company decided to do that. It might have been the same people, Toys for Bob, that made this again. So it says Spyro the Dragon sold separately. And obviously it is. This is a business. This is a freaking franchise that they want to milk the crap out of because people like me in their mid-late 20s, even early 30s, grew up with this thing, playing in the mid-late 90s at that time. Especially for me personally. I think I was like about 9 years old, 1998 when this came out. Granted, I was focused on a lot of other video games like the old school Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3, Yoshi's Story, a couple Star Fox games, one of the first Game Boy Color Metroid games I played, and then obviously Pokemon. That was one of the biggest things next to Digimon and Dragon Ball Z, the original ones that came out. And yes, I was a real big fan of the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, as crazy as that sounds. I was extremely indoctrinated and hugely addicted to that thing like if it was freaking crack. And I love freaking Dark Magician Girl. I'm not even going to get that shit started. But as far as Spyro went, oh yeah, and I was real big in other PlayStation games like Croc, Gex the Gecko, Ape Escape 1, 2, and 3. What else was out there in the mid-late 90s? Earthworm Jim, the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 series, Rayman, obviously. I could go on forever with this, but, you know, I only get a limited time to talk. So that's all I got to say for now. Spyro Reignited. Please don't let us down, Toys for Bob. You're doing a tremendously fantastic amount of work that you guys are doing. And from one old school video game fan to another, don't let the fans down. Please do not. Because a lot of people do want to do speedruns in this game, in this Reignited trilogy, this remastering of a wonderful, fantastical, perfectionate to the T, top of the line game franchises that Sony's ever did back in the day. Just saying, not trying to sound like a nostalgia's hard, but it has to be done. And that's it. Sell more Spyro t-shirts too. That was really, really cool what they did last month and the month before, because I really want to get my hands on one of those that I didn't find it in my local Hot Topic nowhere, so hopefully I could get it next time. Please. Because they're selling like fucking hotcakes out here in the West Coast. And that's it. Links to the description box down below, and I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, Otakus and hikikomoris out there. I will see when I see you. And guys, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are at around the world out there. Don't drink smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collector out there. Stay tuned for more future article session reviews, including video gaming industry news, anime manga news, internet news when September comes around the corner next month. More outdoor chat and breeze vlog video content I will post up. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Stay safe. Lates and goodbye. We'll see you all on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. And, yeah. Keep on gaming. In the words of my boy Ando and Leslie. Keep on gaming. See you then. No, but seriously, guys. Take care. I'm gone. And keep loving fucking Spyro because he's the absolute shit in a good way.